And hello and welcome to the OffTheMark podcast. I'm your host, it's Luke, and with me as always is...
It's Fred.
What the... Oh my god, I need to turn down the audio levels. You just came through like... Um... That was ridiculous. I just heard from you. Oh no, I know, never mind. I just realised. Okay. This is our second to last part of our prequel arc, in which we talk about the prequels and review each of them. This is Revenge of the Sith. We've covered a lot of our issues with the Revenge of the Sith previously, so I don't think we're going to talk so much about the issues because the issues are kind of the same film to film. But yeah, I think I'll hand it over to Fred to start with some of his positives about this film.
Right. So, just to let everyone know, this is probably my favorite out of all the prequel trilogy. So, I'm gonna try and not be as biased as I can be. But yeah. So, my first point is the starting off point in the film. Where like you have the visuals in space look a lot better than it did in the previous two films.
Yeah.
Which I think are quite good. The battle above Coruscant looks amazing because it's obviously you have like ship above ship like shooting each other. And it looks like a massive space battle.
That long take intro was incredible. Like, it's genuinely the biggest, I think, probably the biggest achievement of these films, technically. That long take looks great.
I generally love it. I think it's probably one of the best shot. I think it's probably one of the best shots in the entire prequels. What's another thing? I think Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor's like their friendship on screen and off screen is very visible.
Yeah, their chemistry is pretty good, even though I would say that the line delivery when it comes to that was pretty bad. Like the very much memed line of "This is where the fun begins." I don't think that the delivery of that line was very good, but you could still see that there was chemistry between the two actors.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's good, but I feel like with this film, it's good with the side of or bad with a lot of good. And I just feel like that's this film summed up. For every good thing, there's sort of a but. For every bad thing, there's a yeah, but this is this. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. And I had I think Anakin kind of shows that he's a bit more mature in this film, which kind of like gives us like more hope that maybe he's not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
Yeah, but I think this one, this film isn't helped by what Anakin did in episode 2.
No.
I think he felt too evil then. Like, I think that was worse than him killing Dooku. What he did then.
Yes.
I wish it was slightly more malicious, like properly tortured him through the leg, held him down, and then yeah. He just seemed way too nice in this film compared to what he was before.
Yeah. Well, not gonna lie, he was really angsty, he was really angsty and like really weird in the second one, and then obviously in this one he kind of seems a bit more grown up, but you can still see a like hence you see like a few more things from like that like angsty teen type of thing.
Feels more like a character.
Mm.
Like a
Uh,
well built up character without the well built up bit.
yeah. Um, uh, General Grievous's appearance, like the CGI and everything. I actually quite like it. It looks quite cool.
Oh, me and because I watched this with Michael and Robbie of Recently Logged, probably not linked below, but I'd imagine you know who they are. Um,
Yeah.
they well, we ripped on his CGI there. Say, we were talking about how he looked in Clone Wars Series 7. That
Mhm.
one shot looked way better than anything you see out of him in this.
Yeah. I think like one of the reasons why I like it is because it's quite fluid and you can kind of see like how like each joint is moving and like how it does look robotic.
Mm.
I think
I,
that's
I've got a lot of problems with Grievous that I'll get to later on, but yeah.
um I think I another thing is I enjoy the design of the Magna Guards.
Yeah, they're fun, even though they do. So they bring up a question that um I I'm really iffy on. The fact that anything can have like, or the fact that there's other things that can deflect a lightsaber is a bit. Oh, you've only written that so you don't have to add like other uh lightsaber villains. You just feel a bit
Yeah.
another droid, really. Kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean
But
they're fine. They look cool.
technically they kind of try to do something similar in the Force Awakens with the stormtrooper with the
TR-8R, yeah.
yes, who says traitor. Ugh. So when he tries,
Based on my opinions of the sequels, I I I hated it in both.
yeah,
I'm not the sort of person that will go, oh, it's great here, it's great there, even though same context. Nah, it sucks both times.
but then you also
It,
had the was it the Praetorian Guards?
yeah, the Praetorian guards. They were you. Praetorian guards could have been given some more explanation. I still don't like the Praetorian guards, but there's really nothing to them. Like
They just
they could have been like Sith monks or something. I don't know.
that would have been cool.
I would have given them the benefit of the doubt had they been like Sith monks in books, and they would just sort of they can't wield the Sith, but they had weapons that could mean they are sort of like two of them alongside every Sith, just as bodyguards. Like that would have, I think I could have backed that up. Even though at one point I do want to sit and watch together with you and watch that fight.
Yeah, I think that yeah. Um, okay, my next point is you might agree with this, you might not. Anakin and Padme's relationship seems to be a bit different, but
Different, yes.
it kind of seems like it's a lot more like it seems it's a lot more mutual instead of angsty. I can't stop staring at you, Senator.
Yeah, but uh, a point is better. But another point is like the oh uh but love has blinded you. That's because I'm so in love. No, that's because I'm so in love. Therefore, love has blinded you. That whole interaction there, that
It's not.
just it was all it was no that was worse than episode two writing. It was just horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. General Grievous's theme is really good. Not gonna lie, one thing that I enjoy is like the themes for each of for like certain scenes are actually very well done.
Yeah.
Like I like General Grievous's theme. Like if you listen to it, it's like it kind of shows that like he's not like a very light-hearted character. He's more of like a like action like like fighting type with like the orchestral and like the it's the way that they do the music I enjoy.
Yeah. In the prequels, the music is never anywhere near is never anywhere near an issue. It's like it's all great. It's all amazing.
I like the subtle um like the subtle like things that like leads Anakin to the dark side. So obviously the Jedi Temple not like the Jedi Council not trusting him, um like the Chancellor having more trust in him than any of the other Jedi. All that, like, I think it was like it kind of built up a bit more. Oh, like who is right in this situation?
Mm, I mean, I still think
Because it kind of
Anakin.
makes them out. Because it kind of makes the Jedi out to be like really paranoid, and the person who is meant to be the chosen one
They
is
push
more or
him
less.
away.
Yeah, they push him away
I,
when.
I, I think what they do well and what they do badly is they manage to make the Jedi scene a bit iffy morally, like, but that's shown throughout, especially in Episode One and also here. But then the problem is they also kind of make the bad guys out to be pure evil. The bad guys don't seem to be uh, different politically. They are just evil. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's it's not like left wing versus right wing in real world. It's like left wing versus Nazi, or far left versus Nazi, or something. It's like
Mm.
there was an obvious choice.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Right. So let's see what other ones have I got. I think another good point is obviously, I think Yoda's the graphics and the CGI for Yoda is a bit better than the second film.
It's a bit better, but it's still really soft. Like it's still really like
Yeah.
he's way too fluid. He doesn't feel like he's got any weight. Mm.
Mm. Yep. What else have I got? I'm just trying to skim through like a few different ones I've got. What else have I got? Hmm. Um. To be honest, I'm gonna go back to this one. I think. I'll go back to this one in a minute. So, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi in this is I enjoyed.
Yeah, you know Gregor's great.
Along with the most iconic line from
Oh,
the film.
oh, yeah, so much fun was had. Um,
Hello.
General Kenobi. It's like every single moment of that is, oh, he said the line, oh, he said the line, oh, he said the line. It was like so much fun.
Hmm. I think obviously it's obviously with Ewan McGregor. I think he very much loves being Obi-Wan,
Yeah,
and it was quite funny.
yeah, it was so sort of like Ewan McGregor and Ian McDermott clearly loved their roles and chose to ham them up as much as possible. And that's why they're the best characters in the film, really. Like, because the character just wanted it and went for
Yeah.
it.
Well, I think the dynamic of the film, like obviously with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, obviously both of them are separate actors, and obviously Ewan McGregor shines very much in this film because he kind of shows off that he is both a mentor and a friend. And I don't know, I quite like it. I quite like the way that he played Obi-Wan. I think this is probably my favorite one where he's played Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I can vouch for that. It's probably his best performance as Obi-Wan. But I don't think he got much of an opportunity in Phantom Menace, and in 2 he was fine. Um, okay, I want to talk about a bit about Grievous on the negative. Uh,
okay, go on.
so in the final fight against Grievous, they show the like the heart is like it's not hard to
Popping.
get to. It's just behind two plates.
Yeah.
And it's like if you got a low enough shot, you could probably get underneath the plates and sort of get a shot to the heart. And also his eyes are exposed,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets pulled out into space, and his
I was
organs
actually
don't
gonna
just
that.
pop. It's like
Mm.
he's got human parts. Like I don't understand why these human parts aren't covered up anyway, because he is fighting Jedi, and
Mm.
he's clearly like if you just cover them bits up, suddenly he's no
Yeah.
weaknesses, no weakness, just the perfect
Yeah.
species.
Um. Yeah. I agree with that. I think obviously when I was going through it, that was something that I was thinking about because I was like, shouldn't he kind of like react a bit more differently to being in space? But it's weird because I was considering whether or not that I should put that down as one of my bad points.
Yeah, I, oh, oh, so tired. I think when something I really love to do is commentaries on here. I think commentaries would be so much fun. But like I think that was the first big one that me, Michael, and Robbie all noted. It was like this is actually an issue. Like
Mm.
this is yeah, all the stuff with R2D2 is just annoying. I don't think it's much to
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah, I agree with that.
It just looks terrible. Like, you don't need to soup R2D2 up. You could have done without all that stuff, without him dealing with the droids, but you
Very
could
much.
have just had the all the gravity stuff
Mm-hmm.
that was happening. I think that alone would have been fine. So I just you didn't need the droid stuff. The droids fighting droids wasn't very fun. Also, you know that tiny handheld thing that Obi-Wan gives R2D2 talking to? Why
Yeah.
does when Obi-Wan is talking into it, why does it come out so loud that it echoes all the way around the area? It's tiny. It's like a tiny thing. It shouldn't come out more than like a whisper, right?
No. I don't
But
know.
it happens just so you can have that tension. It's just like tension. Okay.
It's a weird com link.
Yeah,
Mm.
like it's but when it comes to Obi-Wan and when they use it in other things, it's never that loud. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like an
Um.
annoyance.
Yeah. So I'm actually just gonna round this. I'm just gonna round this up by with my last few points. Um.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna come back to this. The music was I enjoyed it. So my favorite. So I'm gonna be honest. My favorite music from all of Star Wars, from any Star Wars film, is in Revenge of the Sith, and it's the Jedi Temple March.
yeah. Oh
I,
yeah, yeah.
I love that theme so much. It just seems powerful. It seems like the force of like the clones marching up like behind Anakin, and you just see the shot of him with his hood up and then marching. I'm just like, oh, that is I don't know. It's like
Yeah, it's
one of those
pretty
things where
nice.
it's like an amazing like badass scene where like they're not even action. Like there's no action. They're not killing anyone. There's no shooting. They're just marching up, and it's just like powerful, like military force. And I'm like, I love it because obviously I'm a big fan of like the clone troopers. Which I
Yeah,
think that was actually where I kind of started liking them because I saw them. I was like, that's actually really cool. These guys must be cool. And then when I watched Clone Wars, I was like, whoa. And yeah,
yeah,
and like other themes such as "I'm So Sorry," which is obviously when Obi-Wan's talking to Padme. I like that theme. It's really like an emotional key theme, which is great. Another one which I enjoyed was Battle of Heroes.
yeah,
I enjoy that one a lot, and obviously they then merged it with Duel of Fates, and I
yeah,
loved it. I liked it a lot. And yeah,
yeah,
um, so that was all one point. And my last point is this film does not have a happy ending.
No, they lose pretty bad, even though.
It's an ending where like literally they don't make it happy. They don't say, "Oh yeah, it's happy," and then the next film, which is A New Hope, the Empire comes in and starts struggling. It's just completely like Darth Vader is here, the Emperor is here, the Death Star is being built.
The Empire is. Yeah. Don't have over to the negatives because I think I've got a lot more negatives for this film than I thought I would have going into it.
Okay.
Okay, so by far, probably the worst bit of editing in this film is like I quite enjoy the Anakin Obi-Wan fight. It's not like I don't think it's that special of a fight. It's a good fight, but it's not an incredible one. But you know what's the worst thing about that fight is that every two to 5 minutes, somewhere in that region, they end up cutting away to the Yoda Palpatine fight, which sucks.
Yeah.
Like that fight, it's just like any issues I had with the Yoda Dooku one is made even worse by this catastrophe of a fight. Oh, the Senate getting thrown around. It's just I just hate watching it, and it like ruins the flow of an actual emotionally felt fight. Like you really feel the other one, or at least to an extent.
Yeah.
But it's like then you've got this. There's no real emotional weight to. Not really. It's like nah. I just can't with that fight. What else? Um, so isn't it quite funny that Cody and his group shoot Obi-Wan exactly once, but Ayla Sakura gets non-stop bombarded with shots even after she's dead.
So I actually have an answer for that. So you know the when the clones get given Order 66,
Mm-hmm.
it's revealed that obviously each of them have a different opinion on it. So Cody's was I wish. So Cody's opinion was I wish you had told me about it before. I wish the order had come in before I gave him the lightsaber back.
Yeah.
And Bly's was like him and his men respected her so much that they didn't want her to like suffer, so they just kept on shooting her just to make sure that she was dead, just so like obviously she wouldn't have to like endure like just like if she was like still alive, like if they shot her like once in the back and she was still alive, she would have like a burning hole through like a bolt through her back and stuff. And
Yeah, I've heard this take on it, and I'm pretty sure it's canon, so I guess it is. But I also feel like that was not a thing they planned.
no,
Like I don't think the intention with that scene was to go, oh yeah, he's just trying to make it a nicer death. But I just get the impression that it's like oh they're just trying to make it as hurtful as possible.
yeah,
Like in retrospect, I don't have a problem with it. But in the film alone, if I'm judging the film on its own merits, then I've got a problem with it.
okay. Well, you never know.
Mm. Um, I mean, I think the line delivery in this film is worst it's ever been. Anytime Anakin tries to speak, it's just, it's like talking like this. I'm so upset with Obi-Wan. What? Like every line of dialogue feels like that, and obviously it's not the actor's fault. I'm not blaming the actor, as I keep saying, but it's just every single line of dialogue is just what. I'm so sad. It's like I don't get any more emotion out of it than that. It just feels, oh, okay, sure. That's
You underestimate my power.
yeah. Even when he says like, I know he's shouting, you underestimate me. Oh, but you just sound like a whiny teenager. If that, it's like, and that's not a good thing. I he's like an adult now, and you can't just say, oh, he's supposed to be a whiny teenager though. Then make a point of it, but they never make a point of it in these films, and people use that excuse. Like it's fine. In episode 2, I see why people will defend it with it's supposed to be whiny like that. I wish they presented it like that then. Like had Padme kind of see it as that, but instead you just get all this sort of oh, such great acting. I wish I wish the characters in the film knew it. That was why, but apparently they don't, based on how it looks. Yeah, that's personal grievances aside. Um, I, I quite no, I don't have much more to say. Like this film is just the most sort of. It's fine. It's like very fine. Order 66 happens really early though. It's like, I remember at Order 66 checking it's still like 40 minutes left, which is great.
Yeah.
Even though I think it felt like they probably could have used that time. The prequels needed to be like 2 films per film, so it's a bit of an issue to complain about it, but I'm still going to complain because clearly it's someone's choice. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people saying, "Oh, he had to cut this for time." I'm not sure he did. I'm not sure what George had to cut. Like, George had full power after all the other, the other 3 films. I don't think George would have been restrained to what this trilogy, this length. I just don't think he would be as done over like that, especially when he made some of the most successful films of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. That argument just feels off to me.
Yeah. Well, you never. Well, obviously, it's all a matter of opinion, and obviously, a lot of people, like obviously, with everyone, they obviously blame like different things. They sometimes blame the company, they blame the director, they blame the actors, they blame whoever.
Yeah, I think it's unfair to blame the actors. Fox, I think. Oh, I still don't believe Fox had a hand in it. But if they did, then it's their fault. If they didn't, then it's not. Basically, it's either it happened or it didn't. I don't think there's much sort of question about it. If they screwed him over, then they screwed him over, and therefore, like, that's that, really.
Yeah.
I don't really think. I think it is whoever's fault it is. I could tell you what happened, and then if someone could tell me, oh, that was caused by this person, then it's that person's fault, really.
It is what it is. It is
Is
what it
what
is. It is.
Yeah. Do you want to finish up now? Short one. I would like to talk to you for a little bit as a person.
Yep.
But yeah, that's all. There will be one more part to our prequel trilogy arc, but that won't be till the week after next. Next week we'll be talking about fandom part 2.
Hopefully something good.
Yeah, hopefully something good out of like the Stargirl panel or something like that.
Yeah. We still got to have our discussion about that.
Yeah, I think we'll probably work our Stargirl discussion into next week's.
Yeah.
Because there doesn't seem like there'll be a massive amount of news. So it's like, let's make next week our Stargirl discussion.
Cool.
But yeah, next week we'll also be talking about Stargirl. Thank you. I have been Luke. He's been Fred. Goodbye.
See you guys later.